Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction, 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 satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. 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 Satisfaction.
Good morning, family.
Satisfaction. Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Happy
Push me.
post FOMC, guys.
Push me till I can get
Good morning. Checking in before you go to work. What's good, bro? How you looking on NQ there, man? You still holding? I'm gonna try to milk this, I think. See if we get a little bit of sell-off at the open. But I have removed risk from this trade, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, you are still holding. Okay, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if you took some money out. At least some partials, since you were playing a little lower than I was in the time frames. But yes, good morning to everybody else. I am currently in NASDAQ shorts. These are probably going to be short-lived. We're probably going to get taken out right at the open. I understand that. I'm fading all-time highs. It's to be expected. We did form some decent OBs up here, so I had to at least take this stab. And honestly, I had entered before that 15-minute printed, just based off this 5-minute action here. Which actually now on this chart I see why it wasn't called, because this candle actually gaps down. Yeah, volumes were there and everything. So I had taken it after this 5-minute candle closed. And then I kind of just got lucky with the idea. Not lucky, but I switched to the 15-minute and it was kind of forming already. But we'll just say luckily enough, it did end up forming on the 15-minute, and my entry is more or less right above this entry line. So we got kind of lucky, kind of not. Again, this 5-minute is perfectly valid. Indicator just doesn't pick it up because, again, the way this candle inherently kind of gaps down right at the open, it does its best to ignore that. Sometimes it falsely does that, and then you get a bad fallout. In this case, it didn't really hurt the trade or make anything valid when it should have been invalid. So again, that's just the skill set coming in on top of the code. Again, looking to see if we can get some continuation here. I'm not really looking for anything crazy. I mean, I would welcome just a push down a little bit below this TP1 would be nice. 24,550. Again, if I was looking to buy, I'd probably be looking to do it below this 24,550 area. So again, I'm just targeting areas I want to buy in later today, if the market does want to continue pushing all-time highs. Which today is the question, right? Yesterday we had FOMC and we had the interest rates and the cut, and everybody is so focused on what happens yesterday. Really, again, my thoughts are about what happens now, right? We're past FOMC, the news hit, you know, market played kind of both ways. We made money on the sell side yesterday at ES, and luckily we were able to grab our exits before she rallied into end of day. But now the question is, like, does the market sustain that movement? Like, does it sustain that bullish movement, or does it begin to actually fade off like suspect that it might going into, the fall and the end of the year before, things potentially pop off into the new year. So I'm really excited to see what we get today. Again, I am not fully committed to the sell side, but again, I'm more open now that we're post FOMC to taking those short trades. Whereas like the last 2-3 weeks, you guys kind of like, it's like I had the bias, but executing on it was, we weren't ready. We knew the market was going to play the rumors of the rate cut. So we'll see what becomes of today. Again, I would prefer to see some sell side action now that we're post news. And again, everybody's continuing to chase those higher highs from the rate cuts. Again, which they're not wrong to do. I'm wrong trying to short, but I will manage my money as I see fit. That's what I'm really sick about, if you want to be honest. I did take partials. I did see the YM that you sent. Is the Dow... Where did you short this from? Were you in at the highs on this? 46,696. Yeah, you were. Yeah, I mean, there's no prints here, so I'm not too sick for you, but the fact that you pushed the button up there, yeah, it's definitely sickening. Just want to see real quick what the 1 hour... Yeah, I mean, this is not a bad POI. I like how this was kind of just playing above its news width. It didn't really run like ES and NQ did. Yeah, this one looks a lot weaker. I'd definitely be a little sick about this knowing you push the button. Whereas, like, NQ's definitely holding up better, but... yeah, we'll see what we get at the Open. I'm more gonna bet that the Open gets a little bit more volatile than we're looking for. My boy 4D Profit, what's good, bro? I did take partials and move my stops to BE. Is that on NQ? Again, I'm holding NQ full here. Gold is another one I'm gonna look at to see. We'll probably see if this is worth trading. I want to see what happens below this little lone candle here. Again, we did try some buys on gold last night here. We were able to go break even. Eventually, it just couldn't sustain and took us out. Again, alright area to try from. We didn't really get an indicator print or anything. Honestly, there was no real execution model here. I was kind of more applying the chart pattern and the swipe of this little low here. But now that we've kind of broken lower from that, pushed up, changed some structure here, possible we play from there, possibly even this 5-minute candle. So we're gonna have eyes on gold this session as well. I'm not super committed to buying, but if an execution model does print, I'm willing to stab it. See, my problem is that things like the currencies are a little more bearish on. Yeah, see, the DXY probably wants to come take out all this. There's nothing inside of here that's super nice that tells me price probably wouldn't come back. So I'm gonna proceed with caution on gold, but we're gonna be watching it either way. But yeah, that's the only thing we're in right now. Is these NQ shorts. I'll be honest with you guys, if I do get this NQTP, I might not be tempted to do anything else. And you only really need to be one and done for the day. Again, gold I would consider. But if NQ runs a TP, I'm gonna really not need to trade beyond that, so. And there's nothing wrong with taking your one and done for the day if you can get it before the open. I don't think we have any news today. Let's see if there's any soft data, non-high impacts. Yeah, nothing I'm too worried about. Do a quick little headline check here. Trump is meeting with Starmer. Actually, I think there was news around that. Hold on, let me just open my other source here. Yeah, they signed the US-UK Tech Prosperity Deal. So US firms led by Microsoft, including BlackRock, Nvidia, OpenAI, Oracle, Amazon, and CoreWeave, will invest $42 billion in the UK to develop AI for healthcare, quantum computing, and nuclear projects. Hold on, wait. We will invest $42 billion into the UK. What do we get out of this deal? Our company's doing it. There's gotta be more to this. We will invest $42 billion in the UK to develop AI for healthcare, quantum computing, and nuclear projects. I don't know. The way that reads doesn't read. I understand it's us doing it. We benefit from that, maybe. Microsoft, BlackRock, Nvidia, OpenAI, Oracle, Amazon, and CoreWeave. Healthcare, quantum computing, and nuclear projects. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna need some more details on that. I'll see if I can get something more than this headline. I don't like the way this headline reads. I don't see what we're gaining from this. I mean, we gain a bunch of data. It could be a play for the data. But we'll see. Fuck no. AI and nuclear projects should not be in the same city. I also agree with that. Probably should keep AI away from the nuclear codes. Before somebody is like vibe launching nukes. Oh man. I laugh to cope with the idea of it, not because it's actually funny. But yeah, I definitely don't like the idea of that. AI and healthcare. I mean, I think healthcare is like one of the industries where like AI would benefit the most. The thing that concerns me is that the healthcare industry is just bullshit, especially here in America. So, as much good as I think AI could do for healthcare, I don't think that's how it's used. So, at least not like fully. Like I feel like they would, like when they say healthcare, I think they more mean insurance than they do like diagnosing or actually healing people or stuff like that. Unfortunately, I think it could be very good at diagnosing people. I think it could be better than actual human doctors, if I'm being real with you. Of course, I want humans there to verify. But for early diagnosis and like stuff like that, man, AI is just gonna be inherently so much better at that. Alright, let's see what we get here at the open. NQ initially opened with some volatility, the downside. ES, same type of action. The Dow is just falling off a cliff pre-market into the open. So we'll see if that continues here. Again, I am short NQ from earlier signals. Again, I'm looking for a push below 550, so another 100 points here would make me a very happy man. I'm already break even. If we start to break down here too, I'll probably end up trailing my stop to above here, because if we erase the open price, I just don't want to be a player at that point anymore. Gold's starting to get down to our lone candle down here, so we'll again pay attention for any alerts. Let me just make sure alerts are working. See, not calculated for 2 symbols. Alright, starting to move a little higher than the opening price. See what becomes of this. Like I said, I do fully expect this to just continue its trend, even if I'm positioned against that. The Dow taking some overnight lows. Anybody interested in looking to continue to trade towards all-time highs? Maybe the Dow forms something here. Again, you would have to play with the open candle, which I know some people don't like to do, but you'll probably end up printing an OB, or at least absorption or something, to the buy side here if stuff does continue. So eyes on that if you are a buyer. I think if you're going to buy either of these, either ES, if ES can slip below some of these lows too, or the Dow, depending on how stuff formulates into the open. I mean, NASDAQ is holding up better, so again, you're kind of depending on ES or Dow to play catch up. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, open is just still sitting here in between this lower range. Nothing forming, nothing happening.
A flame ready to ignite. Nobody could explain our chemistry.
losing track of time. With you it feels like I'm high on ecstasy, a flame ready to ignite. Nobody could explain our chemistry, losing track of time. With you it feels like I'm high on ecstasy, moving at the speed of light. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Heaven is a place in your eyes, that's where I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling.
Alright, gold's taking out this little lone candle, so again my eyes are gonna be mostly over here since there's not much I can do on those indices quite yet. Just letting those play out for the most part. I'm pretty sure NQ just takes me out of break even. So I'm not gonna concern myself too much with that. But paying attention to gold right here. Again, if this starts to break down a little lower, I'll take my eyes off of it, but want to pay attention to it right in this zone here.
Nobody could explain our chemistry, losing track of time.
It's about the only place I would play from.
A flame ready to ignite. Nobody could explain our chemistry, losing track of time. With you it feels like I'm high on ecstasy, moving at the speed of light. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. I'm falling.
Yeah, this Dow, again, for those of you that are a little bit more optimistic and bullish about the market, man. Into 10 a.m., this might be the play. If NQ pushes higher, I would definitely keep my eyes over here. Gold not looking like it wants to give a reaction here quite yet, but we have to wait for the next 5-minute candle to see if we actually form something here. Alright, NQ starting to fade off a little bit more here. I would love to be able to stay in my trade. Gold still not doing us any favors. Still 1 minute till the close here on the 5-minute. Again, the reason we're going to still watch this is because the next 5-minute candle could do some sort of like engulfing candle, engulfing volume here. Could look for that as a play. Volume doesn't really suggest too much. I mean, volume's ticking up, of course, it's the open. So maybe you get some absorption here, maybe. But unless something else prints, we're not going to just buy into that. Again, this is just continuing to just drop, so... Again, just because it enters our POI doesn't mean anything. We'll let that whole idea go if this continues to close like that. And Q still sitting at the open price, not a damn thing going on. I'm drinking cold, riding text on my own, and the weather is nice too. I enjoy this southern taste so much, but I think I'd rather be in touch with autumn. Oh yeah, with autumn. I believe that I will meet you there. I believe that you will see me there. Yeah, in autumn. Oh yeah, in autumn. Alright, we got 5 minutes here till we get out of the 15-minute opening range. Hopefully by that point something directional happens. And NQ currently bearish from the open, but not by much. Hold on, I gotta do something here. Chat, what's good? Are you quiet? What's everybody trading? YM called a 3-minute and 5-minute absorption. Did it really? Oh wow, look at NQ. I'm over here in a different tab. Let's go, NQ. Alright, so what we like to see. Let's see what YM is calling here. I don't know why this isn't loading yet. 5-minute absorption. Again, this hasn't collapsed like NQ has, so again, if you like this, again, that could be on your radar. Again, I am holding these NQ shorts, so I'm probably not going to reverse my position, because I'll be very, very upset, man, if I let go of NQ because of a YM call out, and NQ keeps falling. More annoyed than if NQ just breaks me even. So as always, take the path with the least regret for you, and for me for me it's touching nothing right now, just letting my NQ work out. Gold, I think just continue to break down. Yeah, gold I'll probably end up stop caring about at this point. We'll see if NQ continues. Again, the Dow could certainly be correct, but based off how this is looking right now, I'm going to remain in my position. Looking for gold. Yeah, gold again. You know, as much as I would like to buy gold, I do think that it's the dollar, right? Like, if you want to bet on gold going up while also betting on dollar going up, you need it to be claiming safe haven status, right? So there's very particular times where that happens, where, you know, gold's moving up, silver's moving up, and then stuff like EU or AU is mostly flat or down. Again, that's mostly safe haven type activity. Again, we probably don't have safe haven activity. I mean, oil is just sitting in a range. Usually oil would also be trending with that. So we're not really in any sort of safe haven environment right now. So like me betting against the dollar just doesn't seem like ideal. Again, if we move to a couple of dollar pairs, you can kind of just see how, again, a lot of these seemingly had made tops off the news, right? Like, you had these nice liquidity grabs, things that held overnight. Actually, you also had a bunch of these call-outs. I don't know if this is going to load on these, but you also had a bunch of OBs called up here, so it's like most of these pairs are trading away from this, and just trying to fight against that is going to be reckless. So again, like gold, as much as I would like gold to be bullish and have like safe haven status, it just doesn't have it right now. Again, I tried stabbing it last night here. We ended up breaking even. Again, nothing ended up printing below here. Here's the absorption from that signal we were applying, by the way. So again, we'll see if it gets anything, but I think right now the dollar is just going to is just gonna pull back, so there's no real reason to fight it. NQ looking good again. Like I said, post FOMC, man. Again, I'm looking at sell side all day. I know a lot of people are gonna look at that rise yesterday as me being wrong. Those people, I think, just have a very short-term outlook. Very short-term outlook. Again, when I say that I think rate cuts are gonna bring the market down, that's never dependent on like a 12-hour window, right? That's dependent on the next 3 weeks for us to make that move. Macro moves take a little bit longer. Timing them is really hard. It's the hardest part about it. For those of you that have been with me for years, you know sometimes it takes us a little bit to get the macro correctly. Again, you could see signs beforehand. The market don't work on our time. So, here we go with the Christmas music again. Okay, we're gonna vibe to it. We're gonna vibe to it. Those buys aren't gonna happen, I don't think. Just gonna wait for this hourly to finish printing. Yeah, I mean, you could try to chase it, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how you spot continuations. For me, I wake up when I see something like this, and I usually just don't trade for the day. Like, at this point, I've missed my pricing. Like, this broke structure here. Did it form anything up here I would have played? No. So, you know, by the time I wake up, I'm just not interested anymore. So again, like, depending on your strategy for finding continuations, maybe you're able to get something. For me, the way I trade, I probably wouldn't be looking at that. Same reason like NQ, like, if I wasn't already in NQ, I wouldn't be trying to get in this. Like, it's already kind of moving, it's already paying the people that are in it. By the way, I'm adjusting my trailing stop to the open price. If we erase the open price, then I don't want to be in this anymore. Let me just go quickly do that over here. Damn, I'm up a little bit more than I thought I would be. Okay. I might actually scale some contracts off here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, hold on. Let me... Because I am a little... Let me close. I'm going to close 3 contracts here. Alright, so I scaled out 3 here. 3 my 12, baby. 3 my 12. I'm also on micro. I'm trading on the micro, by the way. I understand this is the mini, but I don't have 12 minis on. If I had 12 minis on, I'd already be out. I'd be done. Yeah, we'll see what we get this trail here. Let's take a look at ES. Again, ES pushed below this open pricing. The Dow hasn't moved down at all, so again, things could slow down here, which is why I've kind of taken some profits on NQ. Yeah, we'll see what becomes of this. Again, I'm paid partially, so I'm okay for the day. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Now I can put my trailing stop back up here, because I already paid myself. Oh, I gotta change my stop loss too, or I accidentally get put into a buy. Alright, yeah, cool. So trailing stop back above this high here, again because I partialed out at the lows. Let me see. So better to just wait for price to settle down, essentially. Yeah, I mean, listen, I only like to play from extremes and fresh liquidity. So if something grabbed fresh liquidity and then it already gives a reaction from that area, I'm usually just done until the next setup. Like, there's always another trade. There's no need for me to rush into stuff. Again, like, I want to play when something is forming. I don't want to play after. Yeah, this exit was smart. I'm gonna get broken even on the rest of this. Alright. Probably should have closed more, but it is okay. It's alright. I'm happy I took anything at all and locked in the trading day. ES didn't even give us a chance to print anything down here. 3-minute candle straight up, huh? And Q as well, yeah, just one giant 3-minute candle. Did this end up stopping out? Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, this is still active here on the Dow. Oh man, if this takes me out, I might be done on the day if this takes me out. I don't think there's anything else I see that I could play. Gold. Gold might print some absorption here too. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I feel comfortable taking this gold. This gold's gonna be a pretty wide stop. Depends on when this closes. If it closes in the next candle, your setup's gonna look like this. This is just not a great RR for the day. You really need this to move. Yeah, you need this to move to yesterday's highs. I mean, maybe you get a better close. Tighten it up like this. No, that's a little better to like here. So this might print. It's looking good right now. Again, I'm not a giant fan of it, but it is gonna look to print. Yeah, I don't know, how you guys feeling about this gold? Is that something you guys like? Again, I wouldn't fault you guys for taking it. You're taking out the overnight lows. Again, the POI is not fantastic, but it's not anything to be sought after either. I mean, took this low ever so slightly. Yeah, I don't know if that's a setup that I particularly like. It's one of those ones that'll look good in hindsight, but in the moment, I'm just not a fan of it. So is it better to take session by session and look for the most recent liquidity to be taken? Like, if you can spot easy liquidity for early New York. Yeah, I mean, that's like the bread and butter of the way that I trade. Again, I'm looking for fresh liquidity and execution models, preferably in the direction of my macro bias. So again, like, unfortunately, I have a little bit of a 10th man rule going on right now in terms of, like, indices. Everybody's like, you know, I say everybody's bullish, but there are a bunch of people that are bearish too. But I would, if I ran a poll on people that don't follow me and said, are you bullish the stock market or bearish the stock market, I have a feeling it would come out more bullish. A lot of people know me and they know my 10th man rule, like, psychology, which is why I think even my poll yesterday leaned a certain way, because people were just voting to make me happy, which I could care less about. But for me, it's like, yeah, it's like trading from liquidity to liquidity, session by session. I mean, I wouldn't say every session. Just trading every session, you're just gonna force trades. So I don't really particularly care what session it is. I'm just looking, again, at execution models in liquidity, in the macro direction that I prefer to trade in. So, you summed it up. Alright, gold didn't give that close. Still has one more candle to do it based off current code. NQ. Yeah, we'll see what becomes of this. I mean, these tried to push up. They're still holding below the open price. I will say, if this does now start to tumble over more, I'm gonna get pretty greedy with the rest of my exits. I'm probably gonna end up looking below here if we do start to push down, just because this is a decent attempt back up. So if we're absorbing this and we spill over again, I'm gonna assume we want like 440s at that point. And at that point, I'm done for the day. You push below 440s, and I'm good. Good, done and dusted at that point. But that's just me hoping and praying. ES in the Dower. Holding down pretty well. Alright, we're gonna see what happens in the 10 a.m. here. Getting to the final 3 minutes of the hour, so we'll see how 10 a.m. opens. This takes me out. I probably will just end my trading day at that point. Again, I don't really see too much else we could execute off of. Again, ES maybe does print something down here to the buy side. Maybe we close higher on the day. But I've locked in my trading day. I've locked in some profits. There's no real reason for me to keep fighting and putting money at risk, so this might be a shorter stream today, just based off current market conditions. What's making you play the 10th, Matt? I'm gonna just operating off the idea that rate cuts themselves. Again, it's like the textbook definition, right? We cut rates, we go up. Here's the thing about rate cuts, though. Rate cuts have been getting priced in for years. I've told you guys this too. My ideology for the past 2 years has been pretty much since CPI topped out, right? I mean, like, for those of you that were around back in, 2022, whatever it was, very specifically September, October then, I kept telling you guys, like, listen, like, as inflation begins to get better and talks of rate cuts start to come in, that's the best time to buy. Once rate cuts hit, the ideology is that all the good pricing is gone, right? Because now everybody's like, oh, rate cuts, that means market goes up. So all I'm really looking for is just the idea that, again, maybe we do something going into, like, the end of the year where we just correct now that rate cuts have come in. We take some of these lows that we've left behind. Again, I'm not calling for, like, a full-blown bear market. That's, like, not what we're looking for. But I am, hoping that, now that rate cuts have come in, the cat's out of the bag at this point. Like, Again, that doesn't mean price just can't keep going up. It's just that I'm aware that we have possibilities to spill over into some of these structure areas, and I would love to come play down into like the 22, 20, 23k areas. Again, are we gonna get that? I don't know, maybe not. We don't have to. But I have to, in the back of my head, just keep that in mind. It's like, okay, like we're here, we're finally here, right? This is the moment we've been waiting for like 2-3 years. This is the moment most people have been positioning themselves for. Now the people that are positioning themselves because they wait for news like this might be buying something that's temporarily overpriced. So again, does it mean markets are gonna fall? No, but it does awaken that part of me that is just done being hyper bullish every day and like won't take a sell side trade. Right? If you remember me like down in like these areas like here, like I was just like, dude, nobody expects the market to keep pushing up. Again, same thing. I mean, these are like not even the lows. Like we were like, I'm talking like we were trading way back here at the end of 2022. Alright, so it's like, again, eventually you get something like this, where you just get that nice spillover. And this is, again, fundamentally and politically driven. Of course, that doesn't mean, again, that something else doesn't come out, but again, it's like, as we push up into, like, these highs like this, you know, we start to range, I'm just prepared for something that if we do spill over, it won't catch me off guard, and then I'm prepared to execute off that with confidence in the larger trend. Because I guarantee you, if in moving into October, November, December, that if we took out some of these lows, the people for calling bear market would be, again, astronomical. People would say, oh, it's over, it's this, it's that. Again, maybe you even expedite stuff and you can take out this wick. I'm just prepared for that type of move. Does it happen? Maybe not. Maybe we just push to like 28k and this thing just fucking flies, right? That's the textbook thing. But here's the thing with me too, is I'm already positioned for that. I've been positioned for that for years, right? We've been buying up stocks, looking at long-term stocks. Again, like Tesla, I don't even know what it trades at today, but like, again, like our Tesla buys below 200. Printing, Microsoft, printing, you know? Like, we have long-term plays that even if the market moves up, we're making money anyway, right? So that's just the ideology behind it, is like, there's really no downside for me to be aware of the other direction. And now that the masses are also looking that way, it's just reason for me to, again, open my eyes. My trailing stop was taken, by the way. Gold didn't get called out, but... Oh, gold did get called out. Am I not getting alerts? Oh my god, bro, I stopped these. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna take a little risk on gold. I'm gonna just see how this ends up on the day. I'm gonna run something like this. See if it works. I might get a little bit of a price here considering. So stop. Alright, we're gonna see what happens on gold here. This is gonna just be my hold through the day trade. We'll see if it ends up working out since the absorption called. I have this tightened up a little bit as well. You could probably also run below this candle if you really wanted to change your risk. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight these indexes again. And again, for those of you that traded the Dow, again, you're in some decent profits there. So we'll see what comes of this gold throughout the day. Alright, variant 2 now.
Numb to every alibi. Don't know why I sold you my trust. Blind to every savage lie. They keep me up at night. Can't just
ES got cold too, bro. And we had the alerts off. Yeah, I probably should have just closed more of that NQ. Again, being counter trend. It is what it is. I also left my risk open enough where I can scale into this as well if this begins to push down. I probably won't, but who knows if I do that off stream. A possibility for sure. So if you see my entry below this entry line later on social, it's because I scaled into it. Yeah, even NQ cold absorption. Yeah, man, this closed 25%. Again, it puts me into profit on my accounts, but I probably should have closed more in preparation. Those trend buyers are gonna win. Congrats to them, man. Congrats to them.
When you gonna stop breaking my heart? I don't wanna be another one. Praying for the things I never done. Don't let go to my love.
Bum, bum, bum.
But baby, when I run, I'm running to you. You won't see me cry. I'm hiding inside.
Yeah, I should have reversed this the second I closed somehow. That's gonna haunt me all day.
I hate to see you cry, my love's dying inside.
Good exit on the close, though. Good exit on the close. Still not a fan of how I traded it, though.
Dying tonight. Can I get to you soon? Can you get to my thought? Can we promise we won't let go? All the things that I need, all the things that you need, you can make it feel so real. 'Cause you can't deny, you've blown my mind. When I touch your body, I feel I'm losing control. 'Cause you can't deny, you've blown my mind. When I see you, baby, I just don't wanna let go. When you gonna stop breaking my heart? I don't wanna be another one. Praying for the things.
Alright, over here uploading to
Don't let go.
IG stories and whatnot. Oh, nice, I can scale them.
I can fix all those lies. But baby, when I run, I'm running to you. You won't see me cry. I'm hiding inside. My heart is in pain, but it's not a fear.
Alright, I got my average to gold more at the actual entry press. See what becomes of that, though. This is looking to push new highs.
Only think about him on the weekdays and weekends. Only in the mornings and evening. Only when I wake up and sleeping. Oh my god. Should I read the warning on the label? I don't. So proceed with caution.
ES and the Dow looking pretty good, too.
I know I'm already gone. Oh my God, I'm a fool. Keep on coming back to you. I'm so stupid for you. I'm so stupid for you. You're so bad on my head, so I just can't help myself. I'm so stupid for you. I'm so stupid for you.
Yeah, we'll see what becomes of this gold. It's the only thing that I'm in right now. I do kind of wish I had reversed these, especially like ES again. ES taking these lows and then printing would have been nice. Again, the Dow was the same thing. I was too focused on NQ also taking these lows. Happens, you just get so focused in. I wouldn't have taken this. Observe, this is too wide for me on NQ. There's also no way to adjust this like you can on gold. ES is not bad risk though. The Dow is not bad risk either. This is already break even, so it's gonna hide the stop loss. The stop loss was like right below here. Again, gold you can kind of manage a little bit differently. Yeah, this is the only thing I'm still in, family. Just gonna hold this and again see where the day ends up for us. I'm up about 7 ticks right now. If this fails to go anywhere and this kind of just trickles down, I'll probably end up just closing it. If it just fails to do anything and just does something like this, I'll probably end up just closing it. But if it does begin to push up, I'll continue to manage and hold. So we'll give this another like 5-7 minutes, and then I'll wrap up stream. So if you guys have final questions, comments, concerns, feel free to throw them in chat so you're not rushing to do it later. But yeah, there's really nothing else I can seemingly take. Again, this stuff is gonna either get away from us or fall flat. So yeah, this is the only thing that I'm in right now. I failed to pull the buy on the Dow. Yeah, again, it was nice. I hate the Dow though, but ES is the one I probably would have taken had we seen it print. I probably would have taken this one instead. But it's alright. I got gold. We'll see what happens. Go from there.
Till the bells all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. You're fighting me off like a firefighter, so tell me why you still get burned. You say you're not, but you're still a liar, 'cause I'm the one that you run to first. Every time you're wide, do you try to deny when you show up every night and tell me that you want me, but it's complicated, so complicated. When it hurts, but it hurts so good, do you take it? Do you break it off when it hurts? But it hurts so good.
Yeah, if this begins to trickle down, I'm gonna end up just hopping out of this. Messed up by not taking ES and not having those alerts. I accidentally paused. I thought I hit it twice. Man. Yeah, I might just eat the small little L here on gold.
Every night and tell me that you want me, but it's complicated, so complicated. When it hurts, but it hurts so good, do you take it? Do you break it off when it hurts? But it hurts so good, can you say it?
suburbs. But now you're gonna leave it nothing but a sign. Another evening I'll be sitting reading in between your lines, because I miss you all the time. So get away, another way to feel what you didn't want yourself to know, and lay
Yeah, I might descale from this, guys. I'm not really liking that we're just sitting here doing nothing. I want to give this its first 5 minutes here to see if it decides, but again, this is just not looking great over time. And this candle does turn around, I'm probably gonna just tighten up my risk. And then we'll leave it. I'll take a reduced stop on it, but it doesn't seem like it wants to even give me that. And I'm gonna get annoyed for not taking the absorption on ES, so the longer I sit here. And the more that annoys me, the more likely I am to make mistakes. And I don't want to make mistakes. See, I descaled 2 contracts out of this fold. Yeah, it's gonna be a dud. Alright. Well, that wraps up my trading day then. I'm still gonna end the day green, but I could have had a better day. Yeah, this is gonna just haunt me. This is just gonna haunt me. I gotta get off the charts, otherwise we're gonna end up making trading mistakes. And I really don't want to end up making mistakes because I didn't reverse my position on these. Because NQ never made it to TP1. I really just don't want to do that to myself. So I descaled a little bit out of gold. I still have some risk on that, but I descaled from my position a little bit to anticipate and stay green on the day. I also added to it to get a better average price, so I just removed those 2 that I added to get the better price. I still have the better price, which is nice, because it really didn't change it too much. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this throughout the day. We'll see if the absorption ends up working out. I'm becoming a little less confident in it, but again, market can still do whatever it wants to do. But yeah, me missing the Dow here is gonna have me a little bit in a headspace where I just don't want to execute. So I'm gonna take my little psychological end on the day and just let stuff play out. Yeah, even YM sitting TP already, so I just don't want to again be in the headspace of missing something that I was watching. W stream, it's a neutral stream, but I appreciate you, my brother. I just hesitated to pull the trigger and it took off. We'll sure have to work on that. I mean, if you were comfortable on it, bro, there's no reason you shouldn't take it. Can you show us a walkthrough of your private Discord? No, because we don't do much in the Discord these days. I was actually contracted out by another company to educate for them. So the Discord is slowing down more than anything. So no, I'm just not gonna do that. The people that are in the Discord, if they're gonna remain, they're gonna remain so they can have the indicator on their charts and have ownership over it. So if that's something that you want without the live streams, because again, that stuff is changing moving into October, then you could DM me. But other than that, there's no point for me to walk you through anything. Because contracts have already been signed, so none of that stuff makes sense to show off anymore.
But yeah, anything final, family, going once, going twice. Again, I'm still holding some risk here on gold, but I am mostly out. Or not mostly out, but I descaled 2 contracts. So I took 33% off just to save myself some money if it does mess up. Let's see, we got some oil absorption. We'll just take a look at that real quick. Yeah, this is not in an ideal location. You're still range bound, so I'm not playing at an extreme. Yes, you took a high. No, that's not enough for me to short this. And keep pushing new highs now. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna hold what I have. And that's that. Will it still be a monthly charge if we purchase if you want just the indicator access on your own charts? Yes, it would be. No, it will not be the same price. And yes, people in the Discord, that's gonna change for you too. I haven't put out announcements on any of that yet, but the answer is yes, but not for the tag that also includes the live streams. But yeah, you just message me privately if you want to know details or all that. I'm still working stuff out like that myself, so yeah. Anything, wait, family, listen, I'm not gonna let FOMO get to me today, so I'm gonna end stream. Maybe I trade tomorrow, so again, if you see me go live, maybe we do a little bonus stream tomorrow, see if markets are active. But for right now, it's your boy Skag, and I'm tuning out.
Starting to think I should have listened. Now it's too late and I'm imprisoned. I'm catching glimpses of his dark heart between the spaces of these steel bars. I'm all alone in this position. Tasted it once and got addicted. Repeat offender of my own crime. I swore I'd only do it one time. Ooh, 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 spinning out. Ooh, ooh, right from under me. Ooh, ooh, I'm flatlining now. I don't know what this is, what this is. In his atmosphere, surrendering to the fear. I've never been so catatonic. I've never been so catatonic. I hate the treadmill every